up, everybody? Star Wars Dad back for another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Palp Red in part 3 of our series on the Palpatine decks. So, Palp Yellow is like very, so far I would say that's the best deck of the two that I've played, and not by much. I mean, Palp Green was very, very good. I think that what gives Palp Yellow the edge was No Good to Me Dead, Waylay, and Change of Heart. I mean, those cards are just ridiculous, and then he just fits so perfectly in that deck. And just the theme of just constantly stealing your opponent's units on top of gaining life, and then having Vader and sneak attacking and Devastator. It was just Palp Green was very good against aggro, um, and it can be aggressive itself. I think where it would struggle is like things like Luke Green, um, and like hard control. Luke Green because of the shields. So in this particular version, the I would say, obviously the differences are subtle, but definitely impactful. Force Choke is a very good removal, so that's really nice to have early game. Open Fire is a great removal that can go into space or on the ground. We still have the 3 Barrage, like in the other two decks. We don't have Command, obviously, and not as much Ramp. We don't have Change of Heart, but we do have Emperor Palpatine, which is like a second Barrage. And then we combine that with Admiral Piett so that we can ambush it in. And when I first started playing this deck, I didn't have Piett in here, and I think having Piett in makes a big difference, because being able to ambush in a Reinforcement Walker as well is huge to gain 6 life and take out a big thing. So I think both of those late game feel really good with Piett. But the thing is, you could put Piett in the other two decks, and I think I had Piett in at least the green one. I can't remember if it's in the yellow one. I'd have to double check. I think so. So I mean, putting that back in here felt really good. But just to kind of break down the list, one of the benefits of playing this particular version with Red is that we get the Death Star Stormtrooper and the TIE Fighter, so that, if you've seen some of my other videos, that's really nice for Vader, just to be able to get multiples of those sometimes, if you're not just going for a Sentinel. We are playing the Royal's Guard and the Emperor's Royal Guard and the Subblock Guard to have 6 Sentinels on the ground. And from playing this deck, I have changed around my Vader list, and I'll briefly talk about that a little later, but I do think it got better from the changes I made. I think playing this deck helped me to see some things that I needed to change with the Vader list a little bit more, which basically just means putting the Royal Guard in and finding a way to make it work, which means Piett, because Piett's another official, and just having 3 Yularen. Just having those 6 Sentinels and having Royal Guard activated most of the time just makes a huge difference, and it makes your deck have such a better time against aggressive decks. So those are our 2 1-drops. Then we have the 2 Piett for late game. You could put a third in the sideboard, which is something I'm definitely considering based on how well this card has performed. Then we have the 3 Yularen as a way to gain life, as well as being an official to activate Royal Guard. 3 Viper Pro Droid is our typical card on turn 1 to deal with aggro, also a good Vader target later in the game, paired with like a Stormtrooper or a TIE Fighter. Then we have the 3 Royal Guard and the 3 Subblock Guard, like I said, as our Sentinels. 3 Laser Tech as a form of ramp that we use typically more against mid-range and control, but occasionally against aggro. Sometimes it makes sense to ramp up and bring out Vader sooner or Barrage sooner. 3 Consortium. Consortium continues to be extremely important in Palp decks, just as a good Barrage target and a way to slow things down early in the game. Then we have 2 General Veers. Not entirely sure about that card. I think it's fine. It's kind of a maybe card right now, because I think in the green version I was going for more aggression. In this version, I think you could be okay with it just being another form of removal. You could put the Reinforcement Walker and the Palpatine to 3 each in the main board, potentially. You could put a third Piett even. So I'm not sure about Veers. That's a maybe card. Then we have 2 Imperial Interceptor. I think 2's the right number as a form of removal in space, as well as another barrage target. Then 3 Vader, as usual. And then I played 2 Reinforcement Marker, 2 Palpatine in the main. I thought I had a third Palpatine in the sideboard, so I'll have to go back and look at that. So yeah, I'm not sure about Veers. To be honest, I think I might just take that out as we're sitting here talking about it and put in probably a Piett just to have that 6th official on turn 1 for a Royal Guard. And then I would say 3rd Reinforcement Walker. And then put the Palp in the side. Our removal is 3 Force Choke, 3 Open Fire, 3 Barrage, and the 2 Palp. And then we have 3 Resupply as our ramp, and 2 Traders for aggro matchups. And then in our sideboard, 3 Emperor's Legion for control matchups. And then the 3rd Palp in the side. And then 2 Relentless, 2 Devastator for control. Disabling Fang Fighter is a maybe card just to deal with upgrades. I'm not sure I like it. I think I might switch that around a little bit. But this deck feels obviously very similar to green and yellow. Like I said, the difference is the removal and the Palpatine are the biggest changes, I would say. And then being able to play TIE Fighter and Death Star Stormtrooper. Death Star Stormtrooper is really good in Palp decks. As always, make sure to join or comment on the 1,000 subscriber giveaway on the community page with your favorite deck so that you can be entered into the contest, and please subscribe. But let's get into some games and see how this deck performs in comparison to the other Palp decks. Alright, up against Leia Red here. Looks like we have a pretty good hand. So we'll get rid of Resupply and I guess 1 Cell Block Guard. Because we have Emperor cards, so yeah, Force Choke's too good. Why is it coming down crooked? Is that new? Oh, it's new. Okay. That's cool. They be changing stuff on me, man. Hey, look, it's Emperor's Royal Guard. Open Fire is really good. Probably just get rid of Cell Block Guard here. Okay. Just go with a Sentinel. Take the initiative. What did he do this turn? I don't know. I do not know what he did. I think we let Palpatine go here. As much as I love that card, it is not the card I want against aggro. When does this flip on? 5? So we can just attack. For 5. His barrage next turn. Just attacking. He took the initiative for some reason. Okay. So just Imperial. Get that down to 2. And pass. Probably don't need all the open fires. Okay. So we lost that. Okay. Sure. Do I want to open fire here? Open fire /fortune. Seems like a good turn. Okay, he used open fire. Sure. He's just claiming the initiative? It's very interesting. He's really just... That's tough. What are we doing this turn? Probably dodging. Yeah, I think we can let Yularen go. Okay, he bombing run to us, which is very interesting. It's a very interesting situation here. Okay, well now I'm just keeping my big stuff. We have all big stuff though. So what are we keeping? I guess we're gonna keep these and barrage, because bombing run can't deal with that. Yeah, there's the U-wing that I was expecting this turn, as predicted. Well, I got my own U-wing dude, and his name is Darth Schmader. Okay. Interesting. So we could go Veers. Veers is pretty good. You go Stormtrooper type Viper Probe Droid. Let's do that. And a lot of damage. What? I'm so confused right now. No. Home 1. Ooh, open fire, patrolling X-Wing. Okay, so he's got a home 1 coming. So we'll just wait to steal the home 1. Palpatine can almost kill him here. Barrage can definitely kill him. Interesting. I don't think we need to consort him. Okay, he's doing 2 damage. Sure. I think we're gonna wait so we can barrage his home 1. Yeah. Okay. I mean, meanwhile, we're putting a ton of pressure on him. I want to have the flexibility to barrage things here. Just Palpatine. Just kill 2 things. Seems good. Kill Red 3 and a gunship. Well, it chose the wrong gunship, which is not cool, but whatever. Or just steal the one with 3 HP with Palpatine. I like that the red Palpatine can play this Palpatine up here. It's nice. Okay. Pass. Cool. I think Veers is not bad. Just to kind of finish things. I think we can let our final Yularen go. Okay, there's home 1. We can kill home 1 immediately. Or I guess not. Doesn't matter though, we can just win this turn. For 8, 14, 18, 21 damage this turn. So we can just Barrage. Palpatine, Wing Leader, Gunship, Home 1. 1. Hey, Bream. Looks like we have a good hand here. And there are 1 barrage, and it's either open fire, fighter. I kind of want to go. Let's just try it this way for fun. Who cares? Resupply isn't bad. Especially because we have the ground forces established. I mean, the ground and space forces established. Just don't want to get rid of any of those other cards, though. Good barrage. So let's just do that. I think we will get rid of Imperial Interceptor here, just because open fire allows us to go into both either ground or space. Okay. Just gonna open fire, Selva Guard. So he's gonna kill his Superlaser Tech, I guess. Yep. Okay. Probably just gonna barrage here into Palp. Seems like a pretty good combination of turns. Yeah. So if he doesn't kill our Death Star Stormtrooper, we will use that as the barrage target, but either way we are going to attack in first before we barrage so that we can delay the effectability of the barrage because, yeah, okay. I guess now we're just going to do it because we don't have Can't afford that. What's this thing? It's a 3-6. I am gonna, if he deploys it, I am gonna attack into it. Just to make it easier to kill. We're just gonna go face, yeah. He did not deploy. Force choke, nice. So I'm guessing he has Vader, which is why he's waiting for the deploy. He has the initiative, so if he comes in hot, we could just force choke first the Vader. Palpatine could finish off everything next turn, so it really just depends on what happens here. I'm getting here though. No Vader. Interesting. Very interesting. Keep our foot on the gas pedal. Wing. Yeah, we can 10 cards. We're gonna have, so we go Hyper Pro Droid TIE Fighter here. We just go import Emperor's Robe. It'll be a Sentinel next turn with Palp. I think because we're the aggressor, I don't think we really care about the Sentinel as much. So let's just get as much. Snowtrooper, Lieutenant, Barrage, Force Throw, okay. So our Palpatine turn is going to be more effective. Yeah. He's killing Vader. Sure. I mean, I'll take that trade all day. Force throw, okay. Sure. I've seen a lot more people using force throw lately. It's a good card. It's going to be really good as we get more force units. Hopefully we get like a Kylo Ren force unit and like maybe one or two others. That'd be really nice. Oof. Good lord. I mean, what do we even do here? I guess those two are better just because we already have a board. He has Barrage, we know that, so basically makes his he could have Palpatine too. That's a possibility. Yeah, because if he barrages right now, then he entire board. So let's just make sure we take care of that. Hopefully he doesn't have another force throw. Nope. 18, 21, 23. There's the barrage, okay. He kills the other two, I guess. Doesn't take as much damage. Cool. I think that's a pretty good turn for us, for him to waste his barrage on that. I could have totally taken Palpatine out, but I did not. I mean, we're in control right now, and I'd rather save that for when there's actually a board so that we can take advantage of that. He put a traitorous on his own thing. Okay. Sure. I mean, at this point, we might as well just deploy. But yeah, it doesn't matter. We just swing in with our one of our 6 powered units and just. Well, he got 2 damage on us, but pretty dominant performance overall, I would say. We don't need that. Doesn't really matter. We're just gonna swing with Reinforcement Walker and gain the life 30-0. Alright, up against Sabine Green. I think I'll go in Laser Tech. Anything else is useful. Yeah. So we'll start off with Red. On 1, we can squeeze in the Stormtrooper later. Another turn. Red 3, Pathfinder, Echo Base, Alliance, okay. So if he goes Alliance X-Wing here, we would play Consortium. Okay. So we'll just take that out, and then play Consortium, most likely. Double Consortium. I'm not mad about that. Against Sabine, you want like as possible early. So you just want to kill everything that they do until we stabilize into our bigger stuff. Our Vaders and our Reinforcement Walkers and our Palpatines and stuff. It's fine. If he attacks into it, I do not care. We'll let Admiral Mahdi go here. So we're at 4 resources. See what he does first. He attacks in first. In Consortiums. No? Okay, well we'll just take that out because that makes a ton of sense for us. Okay. Go Soulblock Guard. Next turn we can go second Consortium. Did he just take the initiative? He did not flip Sabine this turn. Very interesting. Okay, we can let Lawrence go here. I think he's worried about Consortium and he's not focusing on other things. Guess we'll find out. ECL battalion for 5, okay. So we will just follow it up with a barrage. And kill them both. Seems like a good turn. If he flips out Sabine, we attack into a Stormtrooper to make it weaker. initiative. We're getting closer and closer to the Palp turn. Okay, so what are we doing here? We could go Yularen, Stormtrooper, or Subblock Guard. Either way, I think we're keeping the Stormtrooper. I think Subblock Guard makes the most sense. Yeah, I think we're fine as far as life, especially with Yularen. He's already ECL'd, so. Okay. Go ahead and gain our life while we can. Sure. We're just gonna establish a very wide board. Yeah, 2-4 causes. Okay. Swinging in for 11 damage next turn. And we have 2 removal spells here. I honestly, because of the situation we're in, I'm not even going to resource anything. There's no reason to rush to Palpatine. And if we draw, we can always just resource something, so he's U-Wing, okay. A lot of people have been playing U-Wing main board lately. Okay. Well. Shook. It's a very good U-Wing, I would say. It's like about the best 3 cards you could get. Do we care about killing Sabine? I guess. I don't know. I guess we can just to make sure that they don't have a way to deal with things. Okay, we can let the guard go here, I guess, because we can barrage just to win the game, right? Do that. So we already have a sentinel out. Yeah, we don't even need to do anything. We just have lethal. Okay. Good game. Alright, up against Sabine yellow here. Looks like we have a good hand. Letting go of... Ooh, it's tough. Definitely let go on Palp. I'm trying to think if we're gonna keep Vader. Yeah, we're gonna keep Vader. Okay. Sure. It's a good start for us to get down the Royal Guard to slow things down, and then hopefully it stays alive. Barrage with it. I think we could hold on to the Laser Technician as an option to ramp into Vader quicker. Possibly next turn. Okay. Let's just go face. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just let that ride. Okay, I'm trying to think if I want to play. Is our opponent just disconnected? Really? Come on, man. Go face first. Oh, no, he reconnected. I'm sorry. Okay. Cool, I guess. We're just gonna go face still, and then just see what he does here. So we can always play the sub-block guard next turn. Or Barrage. Yeah. I think Barrage is a very valuable card. Double Sentinel. So that means he kills the cell block guard immediately. Yeah, we're just gonna double Sentinel so that one of our Sentinels lives. And against Sabine, and it slows down a lot of the damage. Okay. Okay. Into which one? Okay. Fleet Lieutenant into... doesn't matter at this point. Okay. And then we can just... a good target. Ooh, Traitorous is good too. I think we kind of need... So Barrage kills everything here. Because we don't have... Okay. He claimed the initiative. It's totally fine. I think we can safely let Piett go. We're either gonna probably just gonna Consortium open fire here. But we'll just when it does. Okay. Well. He would do that, wouldn't he? Just in time. That's alright. If he wants to spend it attacking Consortium, it's totally fine. So now we can gain the life back. We can just Barrage. Is an option. A very good option. We just have to win in the next 2 turns, Consortium and Cell Block Guard. Factions, I'm sorry. Yep, good game. Yeah, I would say Sabine Yellow is always the tougher of the aggro matches. Most of the time. Just because of its ability to attack out of nowhere. It's always Surprise Strike and Falcon that are the biggest two problems. And then the decks that play Sneak Attack as well. So, another good one. Alright, up against Leia Red again. Yularen into what? Yeesh. We don't really have anything useful after that. So we go Piett into Viper. Okay, so we definitely get rid of that. I mean, this allows us to have a Royal Guard down, potentially, so... I hate getting rid of Traitorous, but I hate getting rid of Vader worse. Okay. Well, just gonna open fire here, I think. Next turn we can Consortium Stormtrooper at worst. I don't care about putting a damage on that. Ooh. Hey. This is a good ramp turn since they haven't done anything yet. Yeah, so we play it, kill it, play the, okay. But what are you talking about? Resolving an ambush attack. I think there's a glitch there. Take 5. Play a Stormtrooper. So now Sabine is a good, would have been a good Traitorous target next turn. It's a good Palpatine target. You just claim the initiative? Interesting. Okay. Resupply, reinforcement walker, Yularen. So we can go Yularen into Viper here. I think we don't need resupply, so because we're gonna go Yularen. Okay. If he wants to kill Yularen, I'm with that. So he's undoing his action. He's going to kill our face, hit our face, okay? Why did it not heal a damage? Interesting. Okay. Well, Emperor's Royal Guard is good here. Swinging in first. Okay. I mean, we're just gonna take Sabine next turn, so let's just get a Solo guard. And this is where we take over the game. So first thing we do next turn is deploy Palp, take Sabine. Guess our opponent is thinking, I'm not sure. We'll just go ahead and again here, start trying to close this out. He did what? He just passed. I find that odd. Just gonna claim the initiative. Since we have a ton of the, gonna let that go and keep the TIE Fighter as a card I can squeeze in later. Do I want to ambush? Ooh, kind of. Piett lets us ambush, doesn't it? Could attack into... Yeah. So that he takes some damage. Where's our cell block card? Am I missing something? Did he attack into it last turn? I didn't activate cell block card. What? I think the game messed up. I didn't. Why would I kill my own cell block card? How much damage do we have on board? We have 7, 12, 16, 19. Almost lethal. So he played U-Wing. See what he gets off the U-Wing. It's okay. He got a Fleet Lieutenant. So he can swing in for 9 damage here, which is actually a lot. This is a very good U-Wing reinforcement. Yeah. So Ewing just attacked into that. Okay. Sure. Well, just gonna wipe out his board here, I think. But Vader do not care about that at all. Sure. Three, 2, 3. Choose a unit to destroy. No. Pass on that. We're gonna ambush this in. No. Yes. Okay. What's going on here? No. Just gain 3 more life. Face. Ambushing it with reinforcement walker is disgusting. We just win. Unless they have another Ewing reinforcement, which will delay our win. That's really the only card that delays the win, otherwise we're in good shape. Because we're going to gain at least 3 more life here this turn. Yeah. So I've gone back and forth between Admiral Mahdi and Admiral Piett, and Admiral Piett is just better because when I get later in the game and I hit those Palpatines and reinforcement walkers, it just feels so much better. Push them in and get like a double effect off of them. Because when you're getting into units that are that expensive, like being able to barrage ambush in at the same time with Palpatine is just, in this case with reinforcement walker, it's just stupid. So how much damage are we spending for? 10, 14, 16, 17? That's 25, right? 10, 14, 16, 17. Okay. So we'll go face, no. Face for 5. And that should do it. I think he sees the writing on the wall. Pass. Good game. Another good one, man. So, very strong showing from this deck again. Back for the post-game wrap-up. So this deck did very well. I mean, 2 losses were Fett's Fire Spray just taking us out against Boba Green, which, I mean, our weakness is space. So that's just going to happen sometimes. But I do think we were, otherwise, like if they hadn't hit 2 Vaders and 2 Fett's Fire Spray that game, I think we would have been able to turn the corner. Also have, in that particular matchup, I had a little bit of a different deck than what we're looking at right now, so I think that makes a difference too. And what I mean is Piett wasn't in that matchup, so I think having Piett in there could have made a difference as well, because we could have ambushed in a reinforcement walker in that game. So I think that would have made a difference to gain 6 life against them and kill a thing. So plus reinforcement walker doesn't get 1 hit KO'd by Darth Vader on an ambush from our opponent. So, but overall this deck was very, very good. I think all the Palp decks are very, very similar in the way that you play them and the things that they can do. Each of them has their different niches. I mean, this one I really like that, like I said, the Death Star Stormtrooper and Force Choke is in here. Just feels really nice, and I really like having the Palpatine as a top end. I think I would if I were to rate them, I still think yellow is the best because of the cards that I mentioned before, but I think I would say that this one is probably equal to green. I think just having Force Choke and the Stormtrooper and Palpatine are just those are just really strong cards. And green, I mean, Command's amazing, but Command, having the double green with black obviously limits the colors that you can use. So you're limited to like Darth Vader and Reinforcement Walker as your top end spells, and Devastator, which Devastator's great, but you know, for those like Boba matchups, for example, you're not really going to make it to the Devastator turn in Command. Whereas in yellow, you could sneak attack Devastator in, and potentially it could be impactful. So or sneak attack in Reinforcement Walker. So I don't know. I would say that green and red are about equal. I think yellow still has the edge though. Just change of heart combined with Palpatine, Traitorous, and then you combine that with Waylay and No Good to Me Dead. Waylay is just such a good card. Like your opponent spends all their resources and you're just like Waylay. And you can even play Cunning in that deck too. And I just chose not to, just to kind of be lower to the ground. But I absolutely think Cunning is a card that I would consider in that deck, which is just another amazing card that you could put in there. So, and that was, I mean, I was undefeated with the yellow deck, and that was without Cunning. So I think Cunning would come in for more mid-range matchups. But yeah, so I mean, these decks are a lot of fun to play. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, or if you tried out any of these decks. Someone just told me today that they had tried out my Palpatine yellow list with a couple minor changes, and they won their store showdown. So, the decks speak for themselves, and the results speak for themselves. So definitely give them a shot, and keep. I love to hear when people do well with some of these decks that I play. I don't have a lot of time in my life right now to play in tournaments myself, so I'm kind of living vicariously through you guys with these decks that I come up with and test and try to come up with the best and most optimal list for for my particular play style, but also just based on the strength of the cards that are accessible. But as always, y'all have a good one and peace out.